now because I need to get rid of the broadcast what we have now. Thank you, this is private, stopped working, and every single minute we have a problem, error with service is temporarily unavailable. Like, I mean, I hope this works now. Just wait. I just wait until the end of the qualifying session. We have still 1 minute, so I will show you Anu or Rafa. Freak is ending his lap. I'm just waiting for it not to crash. As you can see, Flip-Flop Fish has on the pole position. Then we have Yopoop, and then we have Pricky. That's the top 3. Okay. Do you guys think this works? I think it might. Okay. This keeps for longer than a minute. Okay. I think it works. I hope it works. And I bless the God if it works. So yeah. This is the F3 race, and this is weird that I commentate. But the problem is that Jump has issues with the internet and the connection. So this is why I had to replace him. I will not shout like always because first reason is Ero F2 race coming in 1.5 hours. But we have no commentator. So probably no stream and no broadcast. But okay, not bad, but not I mean the but about the standings. You have Selfish, we have Yopoop, Pricky, Anu, Granty Boy, Simo, Rafa, Jody, JJ Dog, Sefai, Mati, Maitre, Energy Boost. Then we have Lexa, Ahmed, Lopez, Coco, J. Paulo, Lucis, and Dark. And that's all about the Ero F3 qualifying. Welcome everyone. This is kinda weird. Champ seems to change his voice, right? I think I'm right. Okay. About the F2, there's no broadcast because Gniewko cannot, and this is why we will not have a stream. Champ has issues all the time, and that's it. And I need to replace him. Why Yopoop isn't in F1? Because there was a free full-time seat, and that's all. And that's all of my explanation. Dry race about the Singapore Grand Prix. This will be like not the normal live stream like I'm doing in Ero F1 races. Like shouting, everyone is fighting wheel to wheel, 3 wide, 4 wide, 15 wide. This is possible in F1, but it finished with the carnage. But this will be kinda leisure, kinda not shouting. Just having nice time. And wow, we have better attendance than in Ero F1. You are surprising me. Very nice, 14 people. Okay, so what's the thing? I will not be shouting. I'm just tired about everything. And after the race weekend, I will do another live stream about problems with this league, but not this time, not this time. Already revealed my plans for tomorrow. After the F1 race, which we have Russia, not Italy. Singapore. Okay, there is formation lap, 15 people on the broadcast, so I see some fun claps around here. Okay, so what about the standings? I see that Flip-Flop got the 5th place grid penalty. Yes, he was complaining on the Energy Boost, and Energy Boost was complaining on Flip-Flop on the Discord chat, so this is why Flip-Flop starts 6th, and then we have Energy Boost on the 18th. Anything about the standings? I don't know why many people keep leaving this league, but Granty Boy leads because I do not count the effect, who has 25 points, same as Granty Boy. We have Pricky with 24 points, Coco with 18, then we have Christian and Smoking Bandit, both retired with 15 points, Matihu with 14, and then Simo with 10, and Sefai with 9. Sefai got a spectacular crash in Russia. I saw this one at the reality of the time, or however it's called. Okay. So the first thing about the season 4, there will be no begging for other divisions. If there will be enough people just for 2 divisions on PS4, there will be 2 divisions. We have yellow flags in Sector 2 and there is Formation Lab. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? Come on. There is kind of 2 flies in my room, so if you hear them, then please forgive me. And yeah, 50 people in the broadcast, so many pings Champ has given to us, and we are just about to start the race. Yapu, Pricky, Anu, Granty Boy, Simo, and Flip Flop at the top 6. Then we have Rafa, Jody, and the thing about Jody, he was in F1, but he won 3 races in a row, but then he switched to a wheel, so he decided to go as a tier 3. No problem, Kieran. I think it's your neighbor's fault. And about the start, we are just about it. And I hope there will be no carnage. Very nice. Just thinking about retiring after season 3. Okay, what about the race and why we have kinda retarded camera? Maybe I want one from your poop. Come on. Okay. So Yapoop, Pricky, Anu, Granty Boy, Seymour, Flip Flop. This is the top 6 of the qualifying, and we have lights out and away we go, but we need traditional to wait. Okay, Energy Boost got the drive-through penalty, everyone stays at the track, finally we go! And Fiopoop, I can see he's getting a very good start, he escaped from each other very well. There is also a fight 3 wide, and Jody gets on the P6 and fighting with Rafa. So we will watch this battle. Rafa goes behind and still go with Jody now gets ahead at the 5th place. Simo lost something and same as Flip Flop, both lost 2 places. We have yellow flags at the sector 1 and it's J Paulo having problems. Energy Boost is already out of the race. So this is the end for the Alfa Romeo. About the lead, there is Yapoop and Pricky at the front. Then we have Anu, then we have Granty Boy, Jody, Rafa, Simo, JJ Dog, the new driver in Renault, has now joined the 8th place, overtaking Flip Flop. Sorry, but some of the nicks are kinda new to me. Maitre and Lexa fighting wheel to wheel, and Lexa goes up into the 12th. So basically, the first lap, except the back, was pretty calm. So this is why Energy Boost retired already. Okay, so what I can say, JJ Dog is losing 2 places, fighting with Sephi, getting into the ninth, going wheel to wheel with the Red Bull driver, but he stays behind. Okay, so the thing is, how many safety cars are you betting, guys, this race? Haven't planned to comment it, but okay. Lap 2 is now Yapoop gets on the lead and JJ Dog is overtaken by Matihu. What about the tires? Because I didn't show you once, because if there was at the beginning of the quali I would start, I would show you everything. But now I need to show you the tires on the lap 2, yes. So Yapoop, Pricky, Anu, Rafa, Flip Flop, JJ Dog and Maitre all on softs. There is Ed, the rest is separated by half. Half goes from hards and half from mediums. That's it. Please no French, because I don't understand. If I would understand, then I would let you, but I don't understand. Yeah, you already asked this. Asked it, very nice. Haven't planned to commentate this race. Champ was supposed to do it, but it didn't happen at the end. Waiting for them to stream, and there is Simo Span. So he drops into 15th. Just behind him there was Lucius and Lopez both avoiding it. This is disconnection or purpose, and this is 10-second time penalty for the next race he finishes. I'm telling you it now. I don't understand why people are leaving the lobby just after one spin. Granty Boy fights Pricky and he overtakes the Alfa Romeo driver. Alright. I can see. Can he actually do the race on Sunday, Jakub? First disclaimer, this is a leisure stream, this is not a serious shouting like I do every Sunday. I invite you tomorrow at 6 PM UK, Russian Grand Prix is going to be done after the postpone. This is kinda leisure. Jody is now just behind Anu, and he tries to overtake him. There is problems with Freaky, and he makes a spin and touching the wall, and he now has to wait because he made Cephai scary. Now Freaky tries to get back on track, and he comes back on the 13th so far. He goes. Anu is now overtaken by Jody down the outside, but Jody misses the braking point and hits the wall. And now he has wing damage. He has to have. He goes wheel to wheel with Rafa, we have virtual safety car. And Jody is kinda lucky because he will literally have 40 seconds or something of waiting because, or like staying on the position, no one will overtake him, I guess. And he cannot. Okay, Ginger has joined, but only as a spectator. Okay, so I will tell you one thing. Before I will announce it to Discord on the announcements channel, the one thing is I will make a broadcast after Singapore Grand Prix in Ero F, not Singapore, Russian Grand Prix in Ero F1 because I need to say a word. Man, this is weird. We'll fight for energy boost. And we are ending the VR to our safety car. By the way, better attendance than in Ero F1 races. Maybe because most of the F1 and F2 drivers joined here. Jody now goes as P5 and he will surely pit. Yes, he has wing damage, he needs to, and he goes. I hope there will be safety car very soon, so I will set everything on the stream as it should be. Jody enters the pit, so no more point to follow him. What about Dark? He has a chance to overtake him. He doesn't. Also, I saw McLaren overtaking someone, and it was probably Coco overtaking Ahmed. Also, Dark joins P14, Piggy on the P17. I don't know why you have this weird camera, but yeah. Cephai now is P7, so sorry, P6, and he has no chance to overtake Rafa because he's closing and closing. So I guess on the next DRS straight or the next long straight it would be possible, but not here, please. Cephai now tries to find a space to overtake Rafa, but still, this is Singapore, there is barely a place to overtake. Maybe turn 1, maybe turn, I guess it's 5 after the DRS straight, because I cannot enter counting 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Now Cephai goes wheel to wheel with Rafa, but still keeps him behind. He tries to make a move inside. There are yellow flags at the back. What it could be made by the Colombian. He still tries to go inside, like he cuts the corner completely, but he still makes it into the 5th. Yes! The Red Bull is now in the 5th place. Okay. Simo got taken out at Spy by Red Bull according to him. Yeah, but still there is no actual reason to leave the lobby. This is disconnection or purpose, so he left because he clicked the quit to main menu, or turned off the game, flip-flop and then in the pits both. And Coco overtakes Lexine to turn 1. If the RS it should be easy, and it is. Okay. I told you I don't want to get too tired because before F2 race, Mitra gets the 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. And Lopez picks up the 3-second time penalty. Matiku is very much faster than Rafa. Rafa has on warm soft, so he will probably get overtaken, and Matiku makes it, even though I thought he is going to spin. Coco now is behind Rafa, so I guess with Rafa's warm soft, he will make it easily. Flip-flop is now very behind Anu, and he makes it into the turn 5. So basically very nice attendance. Once again I will tell you, Well, let's make it as Q&A. What about this one? When there is no action around the track, Ero F3 sector 2. Ero F3 sector 2, and it's... I guess it was incident between Lopez and Ahmed. As they're now P8 and P9. Still they didn't change the position, but maybe something between them happened and Lucis is much closer. Coco now tries to find some space to overtake Rafa. Maybe I will tell you something about the drivers, maybe the new ones. So the debut driver is surely Mitra and JJ Dog. Mitra is a reserve, while JJ Dog is a new full-time Renault driver. Rafa will head to the pits. Lucis is another reserve driver. He races in Toro Rosso today. Jakub is in Toro Rosso, another driver, but he's a full-time one. And Anyo, a Ferrari driver, another full-time. That's it. That's what I can say. Okay, flip-flop much faster. What an exit from the last corner of the lap, and he gets into P10. Currently, we have Jakub and Grand Boy around 1.5 to 2 seconds behind between them. That's the gap. Now Anyo is behind Paulo, so he has DRS and he'll probably use it to overtake the Portuguese. And he makes it, going outside line into turn 5. Even though Paulo tried to make a move and he cut the corner completely, only lost on it. And Anyo makes P11. Race with JJ Dog on the previous league. He's quite fast on his day. I guess, I hope so. And currently he's P19, so I guess he will get better, because he's on new mediums and most of the people will surely pit once again. JJ Dog gets a 3-second time penalty if we talk about him. Okay. So what we can say about this race? This turned out to be just an overtakes on the DRS zone, so typical Singapore. Jakub visits the mechanics on the pit currently, and he is going to be P5, 6, 7, 6, I guess. I will check this out. Lex overtakes him surely. And what about Lopez? Can he make it ahead of the Frenchman? He makes it? Or will to will? Oh, we have Jakub here, just ahead. Flip-flop gets fastest up of the race currently. Lucis is overtaken by him. Also Anyo overtakes Dark. Same, not Rafa on the Paulo, because Paulo goes to the pits. Currently we have also Coco fighting with the Polish Matthew for the 3rd place, but I guess they will surely get overtaken. Let's check out the pit stop, by the way. The top 5, Lopez, Lucis and Dark, haven't done the pit stop yet. JJ Dog already has done 2 stops. About the tires, there's no one on softs now, only 6 drivers on hards. Jakub picks up the new hard, so he probably will try to finish it and finish the race on them. And I don't know why. Okay, Finlay probably put the too high AI level, while it is supposed to have 41. Cheers for taking me out. Oh, there are problems. But still, 10-second time penalty for leaving the lobby for the next race. These are the rules introduced after the Monaco Grand Prix in the Ero F2. It started in the Spanish Grand Prix with sent a few of them, like 5, 6, no, much more, even maybe 15. I don't know currently. Coco Racing still keeps being behind Matico. With a good defending, goes the pole. And now he has DRS. Maybe this time it will happen. We have yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. And as we can see, Coco Racing does an easy move on Matico, making the 3rd place. Also, Jakub overtakes Lexa for the 5th. What a nice camera, by the way, sent us by the broadcasters. Paulo left the session. Is that disconnection or purpose? I guess yes. Yeah, no front wing, so we know what. Two disconnections on purpose. One race. Come on. Currently we have flip-flop fighting with Lopez. Lucis also is getting faster than I knew we can follow him. We can see. Lopez fights flip-flop and flip-flop gets ahead on the 7th. By the way, Lopez was for the most of the time F2 driver, but after his poor performances he decided to go into F3 like Jody, and in his first race he achieved 8 points and 6th place. So very nice performance made by the Spanish. Also Jody overtakes Lucis for the 10th place. Also Lex have a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and Jopup got the fastest lap of the race on the hard tires. Pretty impressive pace. And he's about to catch Matiku, I guess. Rafa Sisak, now very nice exit, much faster than Lucis. He has DRS, but he will not overtake here, I guess. There's no chance. Oh, he goes outside lane and makes the move. I'm surprised about that. A very nice one. Made by the Ferrari driver, clean. Also, Lucis, I think he went too soft on the corner and didn't fight that much. Also, Mitre fights Pricky, they go wheel to wheel. Also, we can see another wing damage for Pricky, and Mitre overtakes him very easily. Jopup is now less than a second to Matihu, so I was right about catching him very quickly. I think catching Coco, Cephai and Granty will go even faster because they are medium tires, so their tires are much more worn than hard, and they will have to pit surely. Personally, I will not say anything about the after race, but I will go medium hards. Because why not? Matihu now is on the danger because Jopup has DRS, losing only 4 tenths. We have yellow flags with that. Sector 2. I can't spot. I think it's Ferrari. Whoa! Sorry, Alpha it was. Nice move made by Jopup down the inside line. Yes. And my language isn't in the best condition today. Odoadanio, he is about to overtake his countryman. It's Lopez, dropping into 9th place. So basically, we are going to have another part of the boring race, but still it's not a reason to leave. And we have Pricky is out of the race. So what about now? Safety car? Virtual. And he crashed. It's not the bridge section. But still. Let's say the sector 3 chicanes. Virtual safety car currently on the lap 10. J. Paulo's AI is already loved by Coco Racing, Cephai and Granty Boy. But this is still disconnection to purpose. Pricky left the session, but he retired, so this is okay. And now, can we go? There's a thing. Granty Boy visits the pits, so ideal time to make it. Because it's virtual safety car. I think it will end very soon. Maybe on the next 10 seconds. Yes, it even ends now. So even though it's a very nice time for Granty Boy to get out of the pits and enter it, he still goes on the P5. But I guess he still gained a thing. Oh, even P5. Yeah, P5. I was right. And the Williams driver is on the 5th place. Jody, another one, is much faster than Lopez. Both Alphas are out of the race, by the way. The only team to not score points today, surely. And I guess Renault and that'll. And Haas. is out of the points currently. Jody is now trying to fight Lopez, and they go wheel to wheel. Lopez overtaken by the Scott into Ninth. Also, I guess Rafa will do it very soon because he's on the DRS. He has the inside line, and he'll probably do the late braking. Yes, he gets the 10th. Coco Racing is now only half of a second to Sefai. Also, Jakub joins the party because, as you can see, he's very close to them. Only 2.5 of a 10th now of the loss to Coco. Also, Granty Boy is behind Matihu. He's on the new mediums. That was very close to contact. And maybe not this time. But it's easy to see that Matihu's tires are 10 laps old, so this is why he's slower. And he's on hard, so this is also why Sefai overtaken, and he... Not overtaken because he enters the pits. What about Granty Boy? Is he able to overtake Matihu now? He makes it very easily into the DRS and gets third because Sefai is in the pits. Also, we can see Flip Flop fighting Lexa for the 5th, and the German makes the move. Also, another thing, it's Rafa overtaking Jody because last time I saw Jody ahead of Rafa. Also, Jakub, as we can see, is fighting Coco for the 1st place. Also, we need to remember that Coco has to pit, same as Lucis, Dark, Lopez, Alex and Matihu. Ahmed picks up the free stick time penalty for multiple warnings. As you can see, also Sefai overtakes Lopez. By the way, about the connection, because I read the message again. As you can see, Sefai's connection is pretty decent. By the way, anyone on the chat is able to make a broadcast on the private channel, like Maxro, like Ferrari or someone else? That would be very nice. Not much good commentary required, just a stream on the stable connection. Little announcement. It would be very nice. Then you just send a link to me, and then we go. We'll ping everyone on Discord. Okay, about Jakub and Coco. We have lap 13 of the race now. Granty Boy gets the fastest lap of the race. Also, okay, Jakub has DRS. He's now very close. He will surely make a move here. He pushes. He uses full of his ERS power. Granty Boy is also very close. They will almost go wheel to wheel. Granty Boy tries to go outside. At least Jakub overtakes Coco, but also there is Granty trying to find some space, but he's not. Okay, still waiting for the action because on this section, in this part of track, this is literally impossible to overtake. But as we can see, Granty Boy has much faster, fresh tires, so this is why he will surely get Coco, maybe even here. They're going wheel to wheel. Granty Boy tries outside line, but doesn't make it. Maybe this time to the inside one. Still not enough space. Keeps behind. He still has around 20 laps to make it. What's up? What I can say? I'm pretty tired of drivers disconnecting on purpose, about the lobby crashes, about the errors, about the everything. But maybe, oh, that was a bad line, bad exit made by Coco, and he is now behind Granty Boy. There was no easier move today. Sefai will try to go until the end of the race with these tires. Also, Matihu has a DRS from J. Paulo's AI. Also, with yellow section sector 3, it's Lucy's having problems. Gets back on track, but still losing a lot of place. Another time we have that weird camera. And Ahmed gets a free scalpel for corner cutting. Also, Anya's on the P7 currently, and Alexa wasn't in the pits, yes. Also, Alexa picks up a wing damage, I guess. So he will lose a lot of space because he hit the wall. It's a shame that, because the race was epic. It was Daytona Indica. Ooh. Yeah, who won the race, by the way? Because I'm interested about that. About the people who will watch this broadcast after the race, like the real life, the replay. I read the chat, so you should turn on the chat on. Yeah, well, there's a nice sentence waiting you, nice sentence. Maybe I will finally at least at the thumbnail because I can. Just give me a second. I think nothing happens on the track. We just have Sapphire, Rafa, and Jody fighting. Also, and you fight Lexa, and Lexa goes out of the. It was my fault. Rafa picks up the free skate time penalty. My pad just got charged out. His battery ran out, and this is why I had this error. But at least the stream continues. There's a fight. There is a contact between Jody, Rafa, and Sapphire. All of the three. We have yellow sacked in sector 2. But fortunately, everyone gets back on track. I hope there is nothing major about the wing damages, but drivers lost a lot of time about this incident. We're back on the fight for the lead. It's between Yopop and Granty Boy. So it can be... I saved the replay so I can hear the whole... Okay, you may do a premiere or something. This would be very nice. What about the middle? I see Sapphire does not... Yeah, he has a wing damage, but I think it's only the yellow one. Hello, Houseman. We are looking for a person. We are making a bid. Who is making the F2 stream? Maybe down on the private channel. I will send the ping to the Discord. Also, Granty Boy gets the outside line on the turn 5 and he makes the move on the first place. But he's on medium tires, so I don't think they will survive. They are 5 laps old. Maybe. And can anyone tell me how is the tire wear in the Singapore? Like the average one. Also, Sefa is now much faster than Rafa Sisak, much better line, and he makes the 9th place. Maybe Rafa has a wing damage. It can be anyone with stable connection, just making a stream and not even the best commentary, but just to say what's going on the track. Like me now, it would be pretty okay. There's lap 16 and we are 55 minutes after this, around 50 minutes after the start. And we have lap 16. Won't make it, it's too big of a gamble to take them to the end. And I was right, I guess. I won't survive. Maybe Grandpa is trying to make us... he was in the videos at the start, right? Medium, soft. Pretty possible. But I don't think that this will give him a victory. Also, Flip-Flop makes faster than Matthew, but Matthew enters the pits for the medium tires. I think the mediums will survive around the 13 laps. No, 15. Not again! how many? 11 is on 21. And the 21 starts, so 15. Yeah, they will make 15, but not 20. Jody gets on the 6. If he takes... Yeah, South will... Yeah, I was right. I was right. That's it. And also Coco gets ahead of Sephi on the 8th place. Is the Red Bull and Pneumatic on the 9th. Sephi gets a 5-second up. Ooh! There was a fight wheel to it and I missed that. Because of course I couldn't see it from down, but what dark is going to be on the P12. Pretty weird race because Singapore is supposed to have menu timings and now we have 60 drivers going. JJ Dog is the one hoping for the safety car, I guess. Grantibo already left Yopo by a second, and even second and a half. Jody is now just behind Lexa. Let's check out their tires. Lexa is making lap number 17 on his hards. So, is it a hard soft strategy? I think so. Good position for the most of the race, but then he will have to push. Surely. Lucis and Mitra fighting for the P13. Better to say, just going and traveling through the track. And I can see Lucis having wing damage. Maybe as same as Mitra, because Mitra isn't too fast. Let's check this out. Flip-flop in the pits. Yeah. There is no wing damage for the Haas. And Lucis also doesn't have one. Maybe this is just slowly going. Lexa now behind Jody. He gains on him. So basically, flip-flop behind between the Red Bulls. There's also Magic trying to find some space inside line, and they will surely touch. There is a contact between Mercedes and Red Bull, and I think this was clearly Matic's fault. There was no space to overtake there. This is not recommended even. But what about flip-flop? He tries to go wheel-to-wheel with Sephi. They know each other well from FRO League. But even though flip-flop is on tier 1 reserve and Sephi is tier 2, they are now in the 1 tier. But still, I think they know each other. What move can be done now by flip-flop, and he makes it into the 7th place. What a nice fight between one of the Red Bulls and Mercedes. Because about Matic I don't agree. Anything more? Rafa is on the P15. Maybe he was in the pits and I didn't spot. And he's now just ahead of Lucis. The Romanian peacefully going in the P14 for majority of the race. Very nice one. Like, peaceful race. He just travels. Now there's Kako behind Lexa. Into Lexa, I think yes, he's heading to the pits for the medium tires, and Kako makes the 5th. Also, he'll make even the 4th because Anu enters the pits too. Rafa with a freeze ability for corner cutting. He's much faster than Mitra, so we're expecting to see an overtake very soon. Mitra's tires are 30 laps, also he will surely pit again, but Rafa will make it till the end of the race. Is there anyone in the chat who can make the stream? Once again I ask, there is lap 20, there is lap 19 and I didn't get the message. Mitra, what a massive corner cut, gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, and Rafa makes the P12. Ahmed is kinda surprisingly on the P9, same as Dark on the points, because Lexa, Rafa, both were in the pits, same as Lopez. So that's very nice to see them in the points. And we can see Jopup 2 seconds behind Granty Boy already. So I guess it's going to be around 3 if Granty Boy will make it with the medium tires. Also, Granty Boy holds the fastest up of the race. Let's check out the tires, by the way. Grantees are 9 laps old, plus 11 it's impossible to make. Drivers are usually pitting around 13, 14 or something. Lex overtakes Dark for the PLF, and we have yellow flagged that it's Rafa out of the track. Maybe he got a contact with someone and he has now no wing at all. So he has to pit. Once again, the yellow flag sector 2 and 3, it's probably Rafa once again hitting the wall. I hope for him to make it till the end of the race, because this is going to be very hard with another braking point. Much less speed through the corners. He barely goes on the second gear here. And he touched the wall, and he's now out of the race. Rafa Sisak will not race anymore today because he will not complete 11 laps because he has no will even. He tried to push as many as he can. We have only yellow flags, so can we get a safety car? No, at all. Nothing at all. Even the virtual safety car, even though the car's in the middle of the track. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Okay, I see Paulo got an error, so he will not get the penalty, but Simo will. It is Singapore Grand Prix, so I don't know what's the problem about this test, because they happen. This is Singapore. Even though drivers aren't supposed to make dive bombs everywhere. Dark gets a 3-second time penalty. It will damage surely his chance for the points. But he hasn't done a pit stop, so no more chance. No more chance, I cancel that. Maybe he goes hard softs. Also, Coco Racing is behind Jody, and what about the tires? Coco Racing has much fresher hards, so by my calculations, Jody won't make it till the end of the race. Yop will probably too, but Coco has now a chance to get into the podium places. This was supposed to be a leisure stream, and I commentate F1 like always. Lap 21 currently, and we have flip-flop on the 5th place. What about his tires? He has 3 laps old medium, so he will make it till the end. What about both of the Red Bulls? Mati with 5 laps fresher and faster medium tires, while Sefai has 9 laps old hard, so I guess it's for Mati on the P6. Coco Racing is now just half of a second behind Jody, so I guess if they are under one party together, the party mode about to communicate during the race, I don't know what they will do. If they will try to let by or fight. Because we remember what happened in Ero F1 race Australian Grand Prix. Guy and I say crashing at the final laps, not the final, but one of the last laps of the race. It was after 20 at least, I remember. But whatever the race it was, still worse than Italy. But about this one, Jody keeps being behind around 3 tenths, but now Coco Racing has DRS. I think this is a great chance. Even Jody lets by his teammate, so he is conscious that he has matched all the tires, so he let his teammate by. Very nice one, even though it's team order. But if I was Jordi, I would do that too. For the team of McLaren. Flip-flop now gets on the 5th. And he will probably try to overtake Jordi literally anywhere. Now he has a chance, a bit of chance actually, if he will go inside line to the beginning of the sector 3. Stefan gets a 3-second time penalty, and Flip-flop makes a move for Jody, getting the position number 4. He does get away well, and he goes on the position number 4. And we can see also Jopup. His hard tires are better than mediums currently, because Cranty Boy has 12 laps old medium tires, flip-flop 3-second tire penalty. The standings are going to riot after the race because of the penalties. About Jopup, he's keeping himself behind Cranty Boy, but he's only half of a second of the gap. He has only half of a second of the gap, so we can see Safari lets Matthew by. Also, Matthew gets a 3-second, I guess Jody got it too. So we keep all for the battle for the lead. It's only 7.5 of a lap to go. So Lopez overtakes Maitre. Where it is, it's on the sector 3. Just where's the number 3. You can see last chicanes. Sector 2 yellow flags we have, and it's Renault of JJ Dog. But he gets back on track. We are back to the lead battle, so Red Bull swapping the places again. And we have virtual safety car for no actual reason. And Grunty Boy gains a lot on it, because, yes, as you can see, Jopup has to slow down a lot. And this means he's losing a lot of time, because Grunty Boy now picks up which tires? They were not even prepared for the pit stop, as you can see the mechanic. Okay, I don't understand what happened here. I don't understand. Jopup gets a physical time penalty, and there are now yellow flags gone, and Jopup is on the lead of 22 seconds. Not even 24, so I don't think that Grunty will make it. Maybe if Jopup will pit. But Grunty Boy has 7 laps on these tires to get the lead and victory of the race. Sefa hits the wall. I guess it's only minor damage, or even minor damage. Minor damage. Oh, he's very close to wall, so just a bit worried he would be out of the race. Also, flip-flop fights outside line. Coco racing, but Coco gets the 3rd place back. They are still keeping will-to-will battle. Coco gets inside. What the fight it is! And Coco hits the wall. But it was no fault made by flip-flop here. He made his braking way too late, and this is why he gets wing damage, and he will drop a lot. Maybe even to position number 19. Not 19. 9. Ahmed overtakes Maitre, by the way, on the other street. We were supposed to check out what's going at the back. Sefai loses more and more of much more time now with that wing damage. It's very easy to get it on the Singapore track. Also, even the ghost of JJ Paulo fights him. I guess it's ghost of JJ Paulo. No, it's JJ Dog. But I guess JJ Dog is not a ghost, he's just... Yes, he's doing normal moves. So this is the proper driver. And he gets ahead of Sefai, unlapping himself. So I guess the podium now, even though Grunty cut 4 seconds to Jopup in 1 lap, is about to be Jopup, Grunty and Flip-flop. This is the podium, I bet. If Jopup's tires will survive, because as you can see, even Maitre is doing 19 laps on the medium tires. Also, Anyo tries to make him off in sideline on the Sefai, but he doesn't make it. He almost spun it. It wasn't Sefai, it was Matiko. Congratulations for my ultra intelligence. JJ Dog is doing very fast because, as you can see, he's trying to unlap many people. Coco Racing goes to the pits, and I was right about the P9. Still way too far from Lopez. And then, you know, still keeps being behind Matiko. And Renault of JJ Dog watches this battle. go to the fight for the 5th place. By the way, if there is no overtakes planned, can you see that? Okay, fastest lap for Granty, by the way, we are used to it. Anu has the very similar helmet as Fernando Alonso had around 2010 while he was racing in Ferrari. Yeah, it's very similar. Matthew fights lapped JJ Dog, but JJ Dog is about to overtake the pole and unlap himself from him. What about Coco? He's peacefully going to the sector 3 and he will overtake Lex, I guess. But let's go back to this battle one. To this one. Between Anu and Matthew. And Anu having problems! He saved it very well. Little congratulations for that. He keeps racing. Fortunately he makes. Coco Racing is now not 3 but 2 seconds ahead of Lexa, but we'll go back to the battle for the 5th place. Lap 26 is now. And Anu makes it on Matthew wheel to wheel and he spins! But fortunately not fully, just being behind wheel to wheel of Sephi, he lets him by. And he'll probably make a move later. He drops to 7th. And you now will fight Sephi who struggles to go with the wheel. I know I'm doing a lot long breaks between what I say, but sometimes nothing happens on the track. Sometimes my sword needs to regenerate. Sometimes there's nothing to say. But now Anu overtakes Sephi, and that's what I want to say. And he got the 6th place. Currently, Granty Boy is still the leader of the championship, and Jakub gets on very well in the 2nd place not, but he will surely get the top 5 after this race. Jody with 23 laps, old hard tires. Are they going to survive? I don't know at all. Same as Jakub's ones. Granty Boy on the 3 laps gained around how many seconds? 10 now! He's fast as hell. We need to say this one. I will surely take a short break after the race. After this F3 race. Before going to F2. Alexa keeps himself 2 seconds behind Coco. Coco will surely overtake Sephi, looking at their pace comparison, but it's just J. Pavlov's goes. Okay, we have raindrops! What's going on here? No one told us there's a rain going to drop here at the track, but now this is the action which I would like to get very much in F1 races, because this race will surely get interesting. At the end, rain gets much heavier and heavier every single second, and Granty Boy is starting to lose to Jakub. So the hearts are now gaining. Yes. My tongue doesn't even make it on time what I want to say. Matthew is now going to be overtaken by Anu, maybe, but not on this straight. Especially, oh, massive spin! Another one made by Coco Racing. So these are the rainy conditions, make everything harder and harder. Lex overtakes him, and also Sephi visits the pit for Inter tires. Already, I think it's still a bit too early. About the F3 races in Tier 2, I won the Belgian Grand Prix only because I pitted for the softs 1 lap earlier than everyone else. And this was the great move. This was the great one. Because I've heard about the about the, I don't know how to crossover. Okay, Sapphire receives 5-second time penalty for crossing the pit exit wide line. I needed to read it. But the question is, are they going to turn off the DRS? And if the drivers are going to finish on their slicks or maybe go to inters? This is going pretty interesting. Ahmed goes for the inters now. Yeah, back to sector 2. What's going on here? It's someone spun it. It's Lopez having problems with his mediums. When they will turn off the DRS, also, as we can see, Flip Flop is visiting the pits for the intertires. What's going on? At the very end of the race, for the boring procession, we have a very interesting race. So I can see another drives to the pits. It's Ghost of Simo and Mitra. And the question is, Granty Boy or Yapop? This is going to be a very hard one. And with 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yellow flags in sector 2 again. Who is that? It's Lucy's having problems. Tries to accelerate, but it's still very hard. Also Lopez spun. What's going on at the very end of the race? Oh, there is a massive spin. I don't think Lopez will recover from it. I would on his place don't push this the throttle fully. Also, there was not prepared crew of Red Bull for Matthew. Also, Anu gets on the 5th place ahead of the Red Bull. Matthew had so he can't finish. Lakes and Coco both entering the pit. Both of the leaders are trying to survive on the hard tires and soft for Granty Boy. Even though Viaser Flip Flopfish loses almost a minute. Lexa gets out of the 8th. Coco is stuck and he gets back fortunately. Also Stefan cuts the corner completely. 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Is the DRS on or not? And check out who loses less than a second. Yapop enters the pit, same as Granty Boy. Only Jack Lopez and Lucy is still trying. Maybe they will speed very soon. This is very necessary to do. And the Portuguese makes it. So Lopez is now entering the pits, and we have only Ghost of J. Paulo on the medium tires. Also we have a spin made by Lucy just before the pits. Granty Boy exits the pit 17 seconds behind Yapop. So Yapop has nothing to lose now. Also Matthew is now closer to Cephai, his teammate, than Anu. But what was going on? If this rain was one lap later, come on, what would happen? Everyone else on the inters. Oh, J. Paulo, there's still the DRS on because he still goes on the medium tires. I mean, he's Ghost, but still. What a race at the end. Are there still the inters? There is lap 30. You have even longer race because of the pits, because of the new conditions. If there was still right, we would finish now, but still, we have to go. There is no DRS I can spot, so yeah, this has to be now off. It would be very stupid if it was on. Did anyone spot the DRS disabled message? Because I don't, because I did not. So as you can see, JJ gained a lot because he was losing a minute, now he's losing only 20 seconds. The standings are going to riot after crossing the line. So this is why I can't spot Cephai on the P7, but P8 maybe even. What is this kind of race? I want the same thing next week in Ero F1. Maybe not this one, much better one. Lap 31, the last lap has started, and Yapop is ahead, is just behind Ahmed, who has to let the Toro Rosso by. Even though he's Ghost, he has to make it. Otherwise, he will get the 5-second tap by the game, and the game will give it. Yapop laps Ahmed and it's on the position number 1. What about Sefai? He's overtaking Mati with a yellow flag 63. Who's that? Yellow flags. I see it's Lopez spun. And Lucis fights him and gets ahead. That's lap it is. Jakub is just to finish the race and to win this by 20 seconds. What a race made by him. You have yellow flags in sector 2. But it's cleared very soon. So we will not spot what was going on. Also we have both classes fighting at the same straight for the P11. Just fighting for the P11 because there's no more chance for anything more. Matihu will finish probably P6 because Sefai picked up a lot of penalties. What about Mitra and Dark? They are braking very early to the corners. Okay, I couldn't spot it because Jakub is heading to the last corner of the race. And after an hour and 20 minutes, he wins the Singapore Grand Prix and he has 20 seconds of advantage. So Granty Boy will surely finish second. There's no more point to discuss it. Granty Boy finishes second and that's the fact. Also we have yellow flags step 2 and 3 and this is Dark Spawn. Granty Boy finishes second but he got the 6 seconds time penalties less than Jakub, so this is why he gained something. We have some lags because as you can see the fireworks are working. Flip Flop Fish, I always have a problem with his nickname. Makes the third place. What about Jody? He will finish before. Very nice one for the first for the first points in the wheel. I think he will surely dominate the end of the season because he's getting faster and faster. Ahmed already finished the race, but Magic gets ahead. Ahmed even goes P12. Jody finishes before. And he had problems at the end of the race. At the end of just before the line, I mean. And you know, is going to be the 5th, but I don't think so because the penalties are going to decide it. Maitre gets 10th place. Simo will not be counted because of the disconnection or purpose. Ahmed drops to P15. I don't have any questions. What about Danu? P5, very easy. Sefai finishes P6 on track. Here's another 5 seconds. Matihu gets P6. Lexa and Coco will fight till the end. They have will to will. They are sure to finish P8 and P9. What about the penalties? Coco suffered a lot of spins today. He finishes on the position number 8 because he had less penalties than Lexa. So we finished the race on the rainy conditions. Very weird one. Just happens. Just wow. Just wow. Jakub wins the race ahead of Granty Boy and Flip Flop Fish. Finally I pronounced his name well. No press conference because it's a free. And the F2 race is going to start very soon. And now, what I can say, we'll wait for the result, I will introduce you them. And we'll finish this broadcast. And I still don't know who is hosting the F2 race broadcast. Okay. Jakub makes the P1, then we have Granty Boy, Flip Flop, Jody, Anu, Matihu, Sefai, Coco, Lexa, Maitre, and then we have Simo is not counted because he was slapped. Dark, Lucist, Lopez, JJ Dog, Ahmed, who lost 2 laps, not only 1. Paulo on the P70, but it's his goals, and DNF, both Alphas and Rafa Sisak. This is the end of the race, and thank you for the race. That's it, I guess. The end of the broadcast, the end of the race. Half of an hour to start the Singapore Grand Prix in F2, but I don't know still who will stream. Goodbye.